Hey everyone, Codex here. I hope you're doing great despite everything. And so today what we're gonna do is take a look at Elrond's native token Egld, and we'll be discussing this recent price collapse from about 80 US dollars all the way down to the low 40s. So if you guys like the content, make sure to like this video, subscribe to the channel if you haven't already, and make sure to join our Telegram channel. So Elrond has been having a very bad streak lately. I mean, this week alone Egld has lost roughly 45% of its value, and that's insane. I mean, imagine investing 10,000 bucks, for example, last week, and you barely end up having 5k now. So this is pretty horrible to say the least. Now in this drop, what happened is that Egld fell from this reaccumulation area to the next level, which is between 43 and 38 US dollars. Although I personally didn't expect us to drop this low super fast, we already had this level drawn 2 or 3 weeks ago, so before the drop even started. And you can see that every time Egld drops, it basically goes from one node, which is basically this blue area, to the next one, where it either holds support for some time or it bounces back up super fast. And we basically draw these areas, these blue areas, using two indicators. We use the VPVR indicator, which shows us where the activity is happening, and we adjust them through the order book. And honestly, while being humble, I doubt you have seen a chart cleaner than this in terms of levels. We basically knew where every support level will be at. Now, Elrond's price barely touched this level, okay, and it managed to bounce back up pretty strong. However, you have to keep in mind that the odds of this bearish trend continuing on the macro scale are pretty high since we are in a bear market. I'm not saying we will crash now. All I'm saying is that, in my opinion, this is nowhere near the bottom for Egld. Now, if we fall back to this area, what will happen is some sideways movement that will take at least 1 week, because that's what tend to happen. Back in here, for example, when we fell down, as you can see, we had some sideways pressure for about 10 days before dropping down to the next level. And back in here, we spent a lot of time actually moving sideways in 2 occasions, by the way, before crashing down. And this wasn't any different. I mean, although we went above this area for some time in here, we mainly spent most of the time around it. And so I do expect the same exact thing happening if we ever close in here, as I said, between 43 US dollars and 38. I do expect some sideways movement around this area if, I'm saying if again, we start closing below 43 US dollars. Either way, whether we go up or down now, I honestly expect another retest of this area sometime in the future, because these nodes, these levels, tend to be tested multiple times. If we take a look at the Phoenix Ascending Indicator now, which is our momentum indicator, we can see that the blue LSMA and red RSI are very low. And this means that we are still having a very strong bearish momentum, a very strong downtrend that started as soon as the blue LSMA and red line fell down below this mid-yellow line, which was at this price around 198 US dollars. And yeah, this bearish trend will simply continue until the blue LSMA and red RSI start trending up again above the level of 50, which is this line. However, I can't deny the fact that our lines are very low, and usually when they are at this level, we tend to experience some relief or some bullish momentum, I would say, for a very short time. However, the issue now is that Bitcoin is moving sideways. I mean, BTC isn't really trending down despite everything, and that's why, despite being overextended down, we can still continue going to lower levels. Let me show you what I mean. Back in here, for example, our blue and red lines were at the exact same level as now, and on paper that should be an indicator that we are overextended down and that we are about to have a relief. And what ended up happening is Egld going up for some time, and we had a 30% pump in here. However, that didn't really last for long, and we end up crashing back to lower levels simply because BTC is moving sideways, and when BTC isn't doing much, it's much easier to break alts down, and the same could happen now. There are very high odds that happens again, where we see a decent pump of 20 to 25% for Egld before crashing back down. We are indeed overextended down, we are indeed undervalued, we are indeed getting pegged by the market, but we can't do anything about it because BTC isn't trending up, and BTC isn't overextended down either, which means that Bitcoin could fall below 25k before the end of this month, I mean, and if that happens, it would take everything down with it. When will this bear market be over? I honestly don't know, and nobody really knows. But as inflation remains very high, don't expect much. I said in the past that 2022 will be a garbage of a year, and so far it is, and I'm sure the rest of it won't be much better either. Relief phases could always happen. You can even have A2X from here, but that doesn't change anything. On the scheme of things and on the macro scale, things are still very bearish. This is the bear market, ladies and gentlemen, and although we are down 92% now from the top, and although we are undervalued, we can always drop lower. Cardano, for instance, dropped 98% in the previous market cycle, and the difference between 92 and 98 is just immense. A 98% from the top would mean a $10 Egld, for example, which would imply another 80% drop from the current price, and that's massive. People don't realize this. A 98% drop from the top would mean a $10 Egld, and that's just insane. So as I said, I still expect this bearish momentum to continue, at least on the macro scale. Short term, everything could happen, but macro scale, things still look very bad, and we still have a lot of sell orders that we need to battle. So that was about it, guys, for today. Thanks for sticking by till the end. Also, if you want to store your coins in a hardware wallet, although they are pretty much worthless now, I'm sorry, make sure to check out Decent, as they are currently offering a discount on their wallet. It's a $50 discount on the hardware wallet, which I think is decent. I personally use it. And you can also get the card wallets if you think that the hardware wallet is expensive, of course. So thanks again for sticking by till the end. Have a nice day, and I'll see you tomorrow. Bye bye.